I've eyes.
Go away!
You dumber!
Trouble about it. I haven't reached.
Do I detect a spot? Speak freely.
Is it time for a dream time yet? Because
Open! You listen my hammer and open! Got my lamps on a hop.
Prepare for absolution!
Must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a link in this case.
I sense scum and clothes.
Taking position so I can take the arena side.
Hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on. Back in business.
You must keep...
What in the void? Oh, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
I've heard grim tales regarding the scientific machinations of Auntie's Choice. We'd best steel ourselves.
I just want answers. Let's go.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
He thinks he is frightened now, but once we find him, we shall teach him.
Mechanist Tate speaking. I need the record to show
Terrible way to end the workday.
many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair. Only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse and... What was that? Stay back, creature! Blast that doctor for locking the gadget in the gun safe! This is when I need it! Maybe I...
Reckon we're the first to ever use this maintenance hatch? What are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this. This clear disregard for life.
Beasts cannot protect themselves from organized exploitation, so it falls upon us to act as their protectors. We shall find the perpetrators of this act, Inez.
I wasn't clear on how far your sense of justice extended. Now I see. Thank you. What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Display of a body to send a message I can understand. But this body...
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. They did this to another person? Law, it's a miracle Ortiz even made it out for what time he had left. Void, damn it, this poor man. The test subjects, Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. Saying what, exactly? To experiment on further, no doubt. All that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine once we breathe fresh air again. Just need this to be over.
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Void, damn coward! We'll see how you beg when we're face to face! Oh, look left. That ursapod's mighty riled.
I derive no joy from murdering creatures, or from being murdered by them. Only the guilty should be incarcerated. Do these look like criminals to you? I suppose we could use that hatch to move without detection. Though as always, I would prefer a more straightforward, less cramped approach.
The cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing. But only just. Void. That must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help. Those Ursapods won't be easy. They turn mean real fast.
Intercepted my distress signal.
Well, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
Once we enter, say the word and I shall pinion his arms, then you commence with smacking him about. Ah, how I love tactical planning.
wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursapod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are! What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. What you have to understand is that being a regular soldier does not pay dividends, but being the ultimate frontline fighter does. They understood this. Unfortunately, understanding can only go so far, as each of their bodies rejected the graft. But I got exceptional data out of it.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. Forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't listen to this windbag, Commander. He's selling fairy tales.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I wish I could agree with you. But I have fallen in the esteem of others. The way the other soldiers looked at me after my procedure, I'll never forget it. Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No, no. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. Even now, we can see what could have been. I trust you more than anyone, I think. The fact you're of the same mind only bolsters my inclination. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Law knows the folk hurt by the war could use the help. That's something I ain't lost sight of. I know Ortiz wouldn't have either. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
There. The graphs are yours.
fried sissy bits. Bet you can't eat just one. Auntie Fizzo's Purpleberry Bunch. Suck it, chew it, you can do it. Auntie Fizzo's Purpleberry Crunch. The K means it's authentic. Now with 110% of your daily chemicals and
Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure, if anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized Purpleberry Crunch in their mattress, it's an Auntie's Choice Trooper. You think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Yeah, suppose you're right. They'd have matched wits well enough.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island. Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope it dispels some of the muddiness we've encountered so far. Further complications would be most disagreeable. Silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds depths. There's a lift that will take us lower, located next to those stairs. Virgil! Oh, thank the Architect I found you intact. We visited the Supreme Arbiter's office in Central Control and found something impossible.
Impossible? Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. If you're still so thick-skulled, Tristan, then I can see I've no choice but to confess. Hold. Do you hear movement?
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction of the Council, we stand to bring you low. Do not resist.
Damnation! I knew the Sentinels were looking for me, but I did not expect they would come to this place. We have no choice but to fight. I can operate our turrets from this location, but you must engage the Sentinels head-on to prevent our being overwhelmed. Go now!
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms.
Surrender and die.
Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their number remains on the surface. I shall take an alternate path to prepare a surprise for our would-be assailants. Then I shall flank them as you engage them.
Hold. You were beginning to say something before we were ambushed. I would care to hear it.
We cannot have this conversation until we are safe. Engage those on the surface and I shall join you. Go now.
Locking them down. There's enough. In progress.
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is one thing, but that was a small army! What have you done?
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. You sincerely have a need for me to spell it out before you'll face the truth? Very well then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Council must have captured you and sent you to mental refreshment. It's the only...
Open your eyes, Rao. Those Sentinels were here with due cause. The elimination of a murderer. The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the Council. Who do you think bore witness to those final moments? I did what I thought was just.
No. You lied to me?
I had to. I knew that if you learned what had transpired, why I did what I did, it would destroy you.
Would it? Or were you just trying to save yourself from my wrath?
With the demands this war has made on us all, I've not seen our mentor for some time. My visit was meant to be a surprise. Unfortunately, it was. I overheard her decision to align herself with the Council before she realized I was there. This admission... I had no choice but to act.
But there was a choice. Why didn't you come to me? Together we could have come up with... something. Some other course of action.
Because I didn't want you to know. I never wanted you to learn the truth because I feared you'd lose your faith. No. Sentinel Peralt's remarks were the first I'd heard of any secret room. I feared what you might learn there, so I scrambled to find an agent who might locate the room before you. I only had one contact who I knew may be able to do the job. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased to learn that my decision did not result in his death, at the very least. That is news to me. A junior arbiter judging Tristan. I can't imagine you let that stand.
Killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most tragic. But this is not the matter we're here to discuss. No. I can, if the situation was truly as he claims, understand his initial decision. Perhaps I even sympathize. Just a little. But playing false with me, that's another matter entirely, and the matter of justice remains. You're right. You're right. I can't let emotion get the better of me. This is not the first time we've encountered the paradoxical nature of Protectorate law. Each time we did, you convinced me to stay my hand, and I do not regret those I spared. Our prior conclusions inform my present feelings. I theoretically understand what Virgil did, for there was no proper decision he could make. But I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. It's madness. I cannot simply let that stand. Can I? My hesitation is more reflective of a weakness of character. One does not hesitate in the Protectorate. One acts. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I don't know. He was right when he said the Consul would simply manipulate High Command. But the law is clear on this. It is explicitly illegal for an inferior to execute their superior. The issue must be accelerated to a higher authority. But is addressing traitorism not the utmost priority of any arbiter? Is not the betrayal of everything we stand for more significant than a breach of protocol? The Supreme Arbiter taught us that conscience has no bearing in our role. But I suppose she has given me much reason to question her teachings. I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn brother. There's nothing menial about... Oh, forget it. I know not what to make of the Supreme Arbiter's betrayal. I'll have to ruminate on it for some time. But that aside, I forgive you, Virgil. You are spared.
Wise choice. You'll sleep better tonight, I swear. And every other, forevermore.
I don't know what to say. I just wish there had been some other option. Oh, I have some measure of spine left, believe me. I can at least promise to spare you such an embarrassing display. 1,000 words of thanks for meeting me here, Tristan. I know not what the future holds for us, but for the time being I must make myself scarce. Though, before I go, a parting gift. May Tristan make use of it better than I.
Go with the Sovereign's blessing, brother. And be careful. If you survive today only to be brought low by an agent of the Council at a later point, I shall be most annoyed. Commander, this has all been draining. I need time to process what we've learned today. What I've done. Later, I hope we might discuss it.
Well, hooray! Another person I didn't have to kill. See, it would have been a bad thing to have killed the guy. The would-be thief. Because those are buddies guy the whole time.
Commander, I've had some time to process what transpired with Virgil. Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I cannot help but be glad I did not need to slay him. I can only hope he does not run afoul of further Sentinels. I still have much doubt about my path, but I don't believe Protectorate law is as ironclad as I once thought. Having good intentions does not spare you. Doing what you think is right does not spare you. This cannot be justice. Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed by a lone body. Can it? But how? I see. I must follow my own path, my own sense of right and wrong. I can only hope it has been cultivated properly. I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept, but it is worth a try. No. That is a step too far. Despite its flaws, I still believe in the Protectorate, if only the central idea behind its founding.
Interesting. Required info not found.
I hadn't even considered that. I suppose... Yes. I suppose I am. And if that's the case, perhaps I can massage our more... cruel laws. A drunken, disorderly subject once struck my faceplate with an electrical pitchball stick, resulting in a concussion. My head pounds worse now, but my heart feels lighter. When we began traveling together, I was not sure what to make of you. But your input throughout our time together has been invaluable. I deeply appreciate your hand in this investigation, Commander, and in entertaining my incertitude. Let us move forth to free Arcadia from injustice.
So the only ones I need to do is Marisol, Aza, Inez for both of these, apparently. Let's go to Inez. Oh, how am I gonna get over there? It's gonna be such a long walk. Excuse me. That was such a long walk.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here.
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a whole side movie for the police.
Ah, Inez. Have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive? The hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the
I'm
mantis
gonna make
swarm
a
is a
buzzing joke as
wonderful
soon as I can.
choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
Never mind that. There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational. Till recently. I found it, Doc. And... law. I ain't seen any horrors like that.
Still operating? Inez, do you feel all right? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
I know what I saw. They were brutalizing folk and creatures. Paying them no mind, giving them no honor, even if they succumb to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good. But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery.
Ain't surprising. What's his name? Where can we find him?
His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right? I spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But... I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail.
No workbench in here. That sucks. I do find to everything. Like opinion.
Commander, I've been thinking. We got the intel we need, Commander. The Undisputed Claim's our destination.
Sorry.
If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks' betterment, well then, all this hurt we've seen will have counted for something. Been doing some thinking about what happened in the lab. I went there to kill that man for what he did to Ortiz, and instead, let him walk away with his research. Didn't realize till I saw the lab what a fool I was. All for thinking that company folk gave a damn about each other. Even so, I still reckon we got a real shot of making things better. Auntie's Choice can't be trusted on their own with this research, that's clear. But if someone like me were to guide them, maybe they can be shaped into what I thought they were. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Elsewise, there'll only be more victims in their wake. Ain't just saying that, are you? Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action, that I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. If he were here now, he'd understand, I think. Are you with me? Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Let's just see what Willard's got to say, all right?
Oh, what am I doing? I do find it interesting that only fucking Tristan's armor actually changes. I wonder if that's an oversight, or if it's supposed to change and something went wrong with it. I like Tristan though, he's my favorite. That's Auntie's Choice. I do like how their propaganda makes them seem like actual monsters.
remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based. Because we worship
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours, but I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight.
Wasn't making noise for some reason.
Decent. I'll have you know that profits were forecast to be in the billions in my assessment last quarter.
That's not what we're talking about. Look, we found your lab on Cloister. A friend of mine who succumbed to his graft sent me there to put an end to your work. It was, well, it was damn troubling. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. If we shift focus, reform our work, grafts could better the lives for all folk. Rasmussen's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield, and they're ready to restart this work if we can get your agreement. No more killing, much more progress. What do you say?
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me?
Troopers are getting maimed in battle, and many civvies are getting sick from lack of food, clean water. Folk feel helpless. Grafts could treat all that. Some creatures can regrow limbs and safely consume tainted goods. If we give folk those same abilities, they won't have anything to fear. They can heal from all the wars done to them.
Ah, I see now. With grafts, our employees can get back to work faster, and for longer hours. You might have led with that, it's brilliant. But there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before you stepped through this door.
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself, demonstrated exceptionalism, the moment would come where I could make a pitch for my own future. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge, fought off countless protectorate besides. So yeah, I'd say the moment I'm owed has arrived.
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if we secure the funding. I could approach my business partner to this end, but I will require proof that this little reformation of yours is a viable investment. As such, you need to prove that a grafted trooper can achieve what the average one cannot.
You say that as though you have something in mind.
I do. The commander of our fortified position on Praetor has been chomping at the bit for a show of force. To rally the troops in our market share, so to speak. He will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we need. Is this one having a laugh? Of course it'll be dangerous. Were it not, we would have dragged some poor bottom-runger bastard in to get the job done by now. Law knows there's enough to choose from. This here is a golden cysty pig of an opportunity. One that will reap rewards far beyond the buying price, consistently, every time we are hungry for a victory. Ha! I knew you were a sly one. You'll receive payment, all right, after you return. And I'm certain it'll be no issue. What with our grafted star tearing through the battlefield, leaving blood and terror in her wake.
Grafted soldiers aren't animals. I should think an executive of your stature would have an understanding of such.
Of course I do. But you cut quite the imposing figure. We'd be fools not to play it up so folk acquire full understanding of your advantages. Much like a sprat cowering rightfully in the jaws of a raptidon does.
They only have that understanding if they also have sense. Most sprats don't. They wander happily to their deaths in search of the smallest, richest morsels.
Yes, well done keeping up. Do you accept the mission or don't you? I could tell you possessed a modicum of business sense. Head to Praetor. I'll send a reporter with camera drones to meet you there and debrief with our ground forces.
Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being filmed.
Heroism is nothing without exciting footage and a talking head to sell it to the masses. So do make sure you put on a good show. Off you go, then.
Why are you still standing here? Are you trying to talk?
Inez's grafts are unthinkable. Simply to get ahead, Auntie's Choice expected her to permanently manifest a raptidon limb? A crabble claw? Sovereign's mercy. It appears she lives a life of constant self-maintenance, lest her grafts break down. Not to mention the discomfiture and pain of bearing a foreign edition. Not that it bothers me. She is an enemy of the Protectorate, after all. We would never afflict one of our own with such a fate.
Okay. Oh, I thought those were like bugs or something on the outside of the ship. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Dude, I was so like confused for a second. I was like, I've never seen this. Sorry, I was looking at a missile launch failure on Reddit. Excuse me. Raptidons! Hello, buddies. Oh, they're just children. Here's some radiation. Thanks. Oh, hi. I was not expecting her to get a mask. I thought I put on her upgrades last time. Or did I just never upgrade her last time? Scary as fuck. That's cool as fuck. That's lame as fuck.
This facility prevents Praetor's lightning from laying waste to all
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure. Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you, which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for. The grounding station was built to help manage and offset the lightning that illuminates the sky and scorches the ground without pause or penance. They also used the station for a number of experiments that they ultimately lacked the capacity to complete. But, suffice it to say, we far exceeded those limitations. Nevertheless, the Exemplar is in need of help to complete his research, and our small squad lacks the manpower to provide it. But you might be the universal variable we've been waiting for. He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you.
Greetings, unaffiliated individual? Could you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures?
No.
Of course. I've heard stories from the frontline combat personnel about people of your persuasion. Living in dangerous conditions, no POPs, and not adhering to the equation. It all sounds so exciting. Maybe I should have an impromptu excursion. No. Remember your duties to the Order, Fitzgibbons. Phenomenal. This is the most exciting day in my recent memory. Tell me, would you be willing to help us with a pest problem? Very well. There's a cave directly southeast of our position, positively infested with raptidons. If you exterminate the lot of them, I'll upgrade your basic entry permissions to allow for purchase of our surplus of supplies. Oh, this is so exciting. I can feel the rate of my blood flow increasing.
Always so tempted to just like take everything, whether like it's actually stealable or not. Because I could just like crouch and see if anyone's standing nearby, but I don't want to end up stealing and like actually get caught.
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service? Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Anti or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Axon's shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade. Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with each tower you align, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you. Indeed. When aligned, each tower fills a capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, for each tower you align, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you. That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned each tower. And so, I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
My money! Oh, my legs. Was I walking on air for a second? Oh god! No, I kept reloading. Oh, that's easy. I didn't realize these were the Reptons. I was just coming here because they were enemies. Although killing things don't give you too much XP, but I guess we do kill like a shit ton of enemies. It's actually useful. Coming here so I can get their loot and stuff. You know, maybe find like a gun or something so I can get some black powder is useful. Mantis swarms.
To battle!
Ah, crude biomass, so I know what gun I'm gonna use next. Once I grab it, that is. Sorry. I know what gun I'm gonna use next once I grab it. obviously I know the gun I'm gonna use. Y'all probably don't know. Oh god, okay. Unless y'all like have seen me grab it before and use it. You know, like one weapon I care about that uses biomass. Super fucking good too. Oh hey. Oh. $27 bits? Damn. My bits. I wonder how much health you could get with the serial killer perk. Because clearly if you use the serial killer perk, you would get, like, you know, everyone who's not fighting back, you can get health from. And everyone you kill has a chance of dropping a heart. Which means if you were to just go around and kill everyone, just kill everyone, whether it's Auntie's Choice or the Order, Scrappers, Sub Rosa, you know, etc., etc. How much health could you get? Just average, you know, not saying like you got every single person to give you a heart, because that's always, you know, a chance. Like, how much on average would you get? Because there's quite a lot of people who just won't fight back for both sides. Then there's quite a lot of people, just in general, that you'd be able to fight.
You've returned. Are the Raptidons vanquished? Have you completed the job? Oh, incredible. Then, as the prime requisitionist currently at this station, I confer to you upgraded permissions that allow for surplus supply purchases.
That was a good amount of junk. How much XP do I need? Like 2,000? Just over 2,000? Can I get 2,000 from killing all these guys? I don't think so. Because that was not a lot of XP. Although it is a tiny guy, I'm not gonna give a lot of doubt. Alright, my allies can give me more XP. And I'm out of the laser fuel. Damn. See, you can't use the heavy rounds. So I just use this assault rifle more. Takes like a clip to kill a big guy, but This would be useful. I don't have a lot of vendors to keep buying stuff from anymore. So I will do that, because I am at the end point now. Not at the end point, but I'm not at the Marisol yet. Hey, corporate fixer, don't shoot on sight.
You're about to enter territory controlled by Anti's choice.
I literally have an anti-choice person with me. Shut up.
I'm Arlen Crawford, the outsourced but never outmatched wartime correspondent for the ACS Undisputed Claim. You must be the grafted soldier, here to show us all what you can do.
The name's Inez, and yes, Willard Conan sent me to help you with some sort of... I don't know what, exactly.
Now, let's not skip on introductions. Who is this you have with you?
Roustabout?
Don't sell yourself short, Commander. You face consequences all the time.
Ah yes, the unlucky sort. The soldier and her hapless companion. It'll do.
Never seen a grafted trooper in action before, but I'm looking forward to watching you work. Your mission, trooper, is to capture the Protectorate blockade to the north. Their defenses are too great to face head-on, so you'll want to sneak in through the back entrance. We've obtained the entry codes through great effort.
My camera drones will be filming the action from above, so do put on a good show. Blow up a few things, and use Inez's abilities to demonstrate the might of Auntie's choice. Yes?
They've detained several of our scouts. I'd like to see them returned. If you deliver this weapons cache to them and free them, they might offer some aid in the fight.
This is quite the opportunity. Normally, a POW might be written off as shrinkage, an unfortunate, unavoidable loss. But their rescue will be worth far more in publicity.
So what? If I hadn't come along, you all would have left those troopers to rot.
Our motto is to leave no man behind, unless it breaches our contract and promises financial penalties, which this does. Now, take these codes for the back door and go.
Once you infiltrate the blockade, neutralize our foes, and open the gates, our remaining troops will move in to secure the blockade for ourselves. Any questions? The drilling crew near the chemical plant is working to punch a path through the mountains. You could use such a path, but for some reason, their job is taking longer than expected.
Or you could go through the automech production facility north of here. But that's where the scout who brought us the codes lost his life. So proceed with caution and a loaded gun.
Though I trust you may fare better than that poor sod did, I do look forward to seeing you take the fight to the Protectorate. It's about time Auntie gave him a good walloping. Ooh, and spare some time for me after you emerge victorious, won't you? What am I saying? Of course you will. Who wouldn't want to be interviewed for the wireless? Go on now.
What the fuck is the point of this building over here? I've never understood. It might just have like a fucking lockbox maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen a quest saying to go in there. Although who knows? I haven't done all the quests in the game. Might be something. Oh, right.
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. And clock's ticking on my getting that early completion bonus. Started getting peculiar vibrations as we hit the halfway point. Could be nothing, but I got this job because the last foreman ignored similar readings. It ended poorly for him.
It ended poorly for him.
Thanks. You ask me, I definitely earned it. It's a puzzler, that's for sure. More likely than not, some kind of old protectorate infrastructure. Maybe sewage or a conveyor. Messy, but mostly harmless. Worst case, it's a uranium gas pipe, and further drilling will kill everyone here in seconds. It'd be hard to collect bits for making a tunnel with no workers to dig it first. Agreed. Wouldn't want to miss that juicy bonus. Not unless your lamps can see through solid rock and figure out what's on the far side. Goodbye, early completion bonus.
Whoa, I can do that. Hi, puppy. No, my peepers can't see through it. My peepers now see through it.
You back to see more of the tunnel? I'll save you the trip. Not a pebble has budged. Same is true of our bit accounts, sadly. Pardon me, but you what? You just have a magic little device in your pocket that lets you detect enemy troops through 2 feet of solid rock? Okay, fine, I believe you. Wait, that means they already dug half the tunnel for me. That bonus is still in reach. That don't change me needing to get the commander's go-ahead to restart the digging. What say you run yourself back to the base and get me the okay? Just down the road. Can't miss it.
Oh man, I don't want to do that. I mean, it is a good thing I'm doing this. There is something I want to do. Once I'm over here. Oh, neat. See, I don't need this.
That was an impressive performance of yours during your strength training this morning. Your physical prowess mirrors my own, though it does not eclipse it.
Oh, that's the end of your comment? Then thanks. I thought the flattery was gonna lead into an insult of my training techniques, or my proclivity for vanity.
Of course not. I simply was surprised that a non-protectorate individual could perform satisfactorily.
Well, for my part, I didn't expect much from you neither. But you've got great form, strong quadriceps. Not that I'm looking that closely. Anyway.
What have we here? You're definitely not a member of my battalion. You best be here on business. My time is valuable. Forgive my incredulity, but how did you get that information? I see. Quite a useful bit of technology. Our engineers determined this was the most geologically stable place to tunnel. The Protectorate likely did the same, and even stopped drilling for the same reason we did. I'll send orders to resume drilling immediately. We'll take them by surprise. Send them running, and I'll be one step closer to getting off this dirtball.
Damn, that guy is not happy with his fucking deployment. Like, that's pretty much how it is, though. They get the people who are, like, ecstatic about, like, being somewhere, doing their job, getting money, you know, rising through the ranks. Then you get other people who just fucking hate it. I wonder when I'll start seeing bullets fly. Oh, speaking of which. Just realized, am I accidentally gonna latch on to? Yep. Those raptidons over there.
Taking punitive action.
Oh wow. It's actually some pretty good amount of bullets. It seems like it's just random assortment too. Doesn't even have to be something that would normally carry bullets. This is great. I wish I had this sooner. Alright, I'll be right back. Damn, 38 bits lost. I should have enough bullets to go through the entire area. I have landmines again? Probably could have played this on the hardest mode. Been absolutely fine. I want to come here. There's an important reason why.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation,
If y'all don't know what that is,
inclinations,
that's what
and
mental
refashions the
refreshment is. Oh, Will invited me to play Arc Raiders. Okay, let me text him.
Taking cover.
Wait, did she jump down? Why would you do that?
Hey now.
Hey now.
Let's get you healed. Happy to help. At your word, I shall tar.
Man, these are people who aren't fighting back, but which makes me feel a bit bad. They're enemies. That's some like serial killer, you know, or like psychopathic justification of killing them. I love Tristan because he just trivializes the fight so often. It's like, oh, there's a guy, you know, a big, strong guy who's gonna fucking ruin my day because he's all armored up and shit. Nope, Tristan's just gonna knock him down. He'll be on the ground for like 5 seconds. Not doing anything.
Someone talk for a minute. Out of sight and on the way. Happy to help. Discreetly.
Ready to dispense judgment.
Once I get to the place, I'm going to stop the stream so I can play Arc Raiders with Will. Why did they have so much fire and shit? Damn, these poor guys. Is that another Colossus? It is. Close on the lip? Nope. Not shocked. Literally, like, just leveled up a bit ago, so. Shit.
All charged up.
Oh, well. By the authority of the sovereign. Okay, well. Sorry. Must have gotten scared. He's twitching. He's freaking out. Oh, that works. Good job. Look, dude, I didn't want to try and fight you. Like, these aren't even fucking Auntie's Choice people. Raptons. Why would you attack us? Because of it. Sure, we have an Auntie's Choice person with us, but is that really worth your life? I already know the answer is yes, because, you know, they're protector and all. I believe such. But come on. Yes, there's another one. Interesting. Spawns more. Bye-bye. Bye. I wish there was something that made us reload faster. I think it would be so funny is as soon as you took this like perk that lets you like get bullets from dead bodies, you could research all the dead bodies across the maps. So all the ones that are still there, it's like, oh, you can search this one for loot, you can search that one for loot.
To kick the proverbial mantisaur nest. Hope you're ready for your close-up.